Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another live stream. Today we are doing the DCTV show episode 43. Last week we actually missed our first stream since we started doing weekly streams, so we are finally back, and sorry about that. Last week was just a super busy week for me, and it just wasn't working out in the end. I tried to do it, but it is what it is. And anyway, it wasn't the biggest deal because no show was really on this week. Last week. So, it was okay. However, we are back and I am excited to be talking to you guys today. It's just me today. And obviously, you guys are going to be here throughout the stream. And I'm very excited to talk about lots of stuff. We've got Stargirl. I've watched half of the episode of Stargirl. I haven't watched the whole thing. But we're still going to talk about it, and I want to get your thoughts on Stargirl because obviously I know a lot about what happens in the episode, and I love the opening. Like, I've watched the first 15 minutes of the episode. I actually didn't get around to finishing it. Going to finish it hopefully later tonight or tomorrow morning. Really looking forward to it because I love Stargirl, and I loved the first 15 minutes of it. Also, Superman Lois came back this week with a freaking amazing episode. It was so good, and yeah, you guys are gonna wanna watch Superman Lois if you haven't seen it yet. Obviously the stream is gonna have spoilers in it, so I apologize in advance, but I can't really talk too much spoilers in regards to Stargirl because I haven't actually seen the whole episode yet. So you're in luck if you haven't seen Stargirl yet. I'm just going to quickly move this just so that my internet is hopefully a bit better. But yeah, so if you guys are new here or if you kind of forgot about it, anyway, we are doing the live stream, and all you need to do if you want to be featured on the live stream and you want your topic or question or whatever you want popped up on the screen, all you need to do is send in a super chat. How do you send in super chats? You click on the $sign just underneath the chat function, and you will be supporting the channel, but also you will get your question, topic, or idea, or whatever it is featured on the screen, and I will talk about it, and I'll stop whatever else I'm talking about. Obviously, I do have my normal topics that I've got noted down. I got lots of thoughts about Superman and Lois this week. We have Supergirl, which is literally just finished. So we need to talk about Supergirl already. And don't worry, Scott, I've seen your super chat. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But yeah, so that's pretty much, just starting off, telling you guys about everything. And yeah, so just first off, what did you guys think about the episodes this week? Did you like the DCTV stuff you saw? But whilst you guys comment that, I'm going to be pulling up Scott Edwards' super chat. He sends in a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Scott. And Scott says, do you want to see Kara in the Flash Season 8 event? Do you? And then he also says, why do you think she might not be? Also, do you think White Canary, Stargirl, and Black Lightning will be? So this is all to do with the crossover event, and this is a very valid question. And I've been asked this question a lot, and I've answered it quite a lot. But I'll happily answer it again because I feel like the answer might change week to week. And, it's always good to kind of check in on these theories and ideas because you never know what people have been hearing. But yeah, so Supergirl actually wrapped just under a week ago, 5 days ago or something like that. And so they are officially done with filming. Obviously, they're going to be editing. The episodes are still going to be coming out until November. So it's going to be, a long time until Supergirl actually ends, but they finished filming officially. And so that means it's pretty likely that most of the cast are going to be moving away from Vancouver and back to wherever they came from. So say David Harewood, I know he's moving back to England, at least for the time being, whilst he doesn't have a new project or something. He tweeted that out online. So I suppose with Supergirl ending, Melissa is going to be moving back to LA because if you didn't know, that's where she lived before. I think she moved from, where did she come from? I think she's from Colorado, and then, most people move to LA if they want to get into the business. And so I presume she settled down there for a while, and, Supergirl season 1 was filmed there. So Anyway, that's kind of my rambling. But what I'm trying to get to is this. It's likely that Melissa is going to be leaving Vancouver in the next few days, probably. It's likely that she probably won't return unless she's filming another project, or she maybe will return for a crossover. So, of course, I want to see Kara in the Flash Season 8 crossover. That would be the best thing if that happened. I would be over the moon if she came into that and they sort of figured out the shooting schedule. Because if you didn't know, the Flash is actually filming its first episode of Season 8 on Monday, and it's currently Thursday. So, in what? Okay, so we're Thursday night right now. So we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We have 4 days until the Flash starts filming Season 8. So technically, if they got Supergirl and they got Melissa, they would have to get her in right now. So I don't know behind the scenes stuff. I guess there's a chance, but there's also a chance that she's about to move away from Vancouver and probably be gone for good, right? And so that's my explanation, like why she might not be in it and why she could be in it. But in regards to White Canary, Stargirl, and Black Lightning, I think all of them are probably going to be in it. Black Lightning, maybe a little bit less so because he did finish filming. However, Cress Williams did say he wants to come back and cross over with the Flash specifically. So, yeah, great question from Scott there. So thank you very much, Scott. And we got another super chat from Cal Roswell, who sends in a 99-cent super chat. Thank you very much, Cal. I appreciate your support towards the channel. And we've also got another super chat. This comes from Owl Watch. Thank you very much, Owl. And he says, or she says, favorite Robin? Question mark. And thoughts on Tim Drake being bi. Mine's Tim, and I personally love him even more now. Now, this is a very good topic to bring up. So I'm sure a lot of you guys do read comics, and there was a big development that was made a big deal out of just like earlier today and yesterday. So Tuesdays when DC releases new comics, and in Batman Urban Legends #6, there was the Tim Drake story. And in the Tim Drake story, if you guys don't know who Tim Drake is, he is one of the Robins. He actually came out as bi. And so that was a big deal, and I think it's cool. And I haven't actually read that specific story yet. I read most of the new comics this week, but I didn't get around to Urban Legends yet. So I can't give you my thoughts on how I actually went down. But overall, I support it, and I think it's very exciting, especially for, it's not something out of the blue. And I know that from reading other Tim Drake comics, it's definitely something that has been led up to, and it's not a shock if you've been reading the comics, So obviously, the big news outlets and everything will be like, oh, he's suddenly turned bi. Oh my God. But in reality, they've been leading up to it in Urban Legends and in other comics in the past as well. But my favorite Robin is definitely, and I mean, I'm just biased because he's the original, but Dick Grayson's my favorite, of course. There's no doubt about that. I do like Damian Wayne. I think Damian Wayne's cool. And I like Jason Todd. I think he's very cool as Red Hood. But I got to stick with the original. But thank you so much for the question, Owl Watch. I really appreciate your support, and a very, very topical question. And I really like that you sent that in. So thank you so much. And welcome to everyone else in the stream. I saw Vera's here, Jamie Fletcher is here, All My Kitties is here, Your DC Guide is here. We're just talking about a couple of things. Your DC Guide, we're just, kind of going through some of the super chats that have been sent in already. And we was just answering that. And I'm about to head into Superman Lois. So I want to get your thoughts and opinions, all of you guys, on Superman Lois this week, because wow, what an episode. So go ahead in the chat right now, let me know what you think about all of it and everything that went down, and man, that ending. So we're gonna get into that, and I'm very much so looking forward to it, because wow, every week I'm like, Superman Lois blows my mind. But yeah, okay, one sec. All right. Well, we've got Sarah in the chat. I see that. And we also have Flashverse, who has shown up. He says, all I can think of is Titan Season 3. So I haven't watched the first episode of Titans yet because I'm behind on Season 2, but I am meaning to catch up. So that is on the agenda. I'm just super busy at the moment, but it'll happen when it happens. But yeah, I know that you really liked it, Flashverse, but let's go ahead and talk about Superman and Lois. So yeah, what an ending and what an episode. There's a lot of drama going down in Smallville throughout the episode, especially in regards to Lois's dad, and like she kind of stoked that flame by letting Chrissy from the Gazette post that like in an actual newspaper, and it was like, yeah, anyway, that was like and the way that Chrissy was like kind of confronting him during the town hall scene, I was like, god damn, like, are you Lois's friend or something? But then like it's clear that Lois is kind of conflicted. Who does she align with more, her dad, you know, or the newspaper? And I don't know in that instance. In that instance, I feel like I would probably maybe align more to the dad, because I feel like, you know, Lane isn't doing anything that wrong. Like, to be honest, Lane is doing, you know, he's really good. Like, normally, Lois's dad is like the absolute biggest asshole in all versions of him. Like, you guys saw him on Supergirl, right? Like, a different iteration of him. He's an asshole, and he's normally working against Superman, but in this, he's actually working for Superman. So I'm always like, okay, I like him. Like, you know, I'm kind of weirdly rooting for him. But then I guess, like, I totally get it that the town is upset with the DOD like being there and everything. But like, then when Derek Powell's mother came in, and like it was just like poof, stoking the fire on the flames. It's like drama 101, and it's going crazy up in Smallville. And obviously this has caused even the Cushings to want to move out of Smallville, and you know, they very much so consider it. And he even gets an application, or he gets an offer to be like, you know, the next in line to be the chief in like another town, which is like 2 hours away. Obviously that is some extra drama with Jordan and also Sarah specifically. But yeah, we're going to continue with Superman and Lois in just a second, and keep on giving me your thoughts in the chat because I really want to hear about all of it. But yeah, what an episode. But for now, let's go into Scott's super chat, because Scott sent in another $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Scott. Much appreciated for your consistent support towards the channel, as always. But Scott says, do we know if Melissa has left Vancouver yet? I figure if she didn't leave right away after Supergirl wrapped, she's sticking around to do the crossover. So we don't have any specifics right now. I don't have that much behind the scenes knowledge that I would know if she was leaving an airport or something. You know, that's not something I know. So I can't confirm anything. However, I know that a lot of the cast members, because they only finished like, I don't know, less than a week ago, like 5 days ago maybe, it's kind of logical that you have to pack up and, you know, you gotta get ready to fly off and stuff. And I mean, most of these guys have been living in these places, and I'm sure they had apartments and stuff for like 5 to 6 years or something. So I get why like it might be kind of suspicious if they're sticking around, but like I know David Harewood, I don't think he's leaving till tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to show up in the crossover. So in regards to that, maybe she's just going to leave like tomorrow and next day like David is doing. So I don't know, like if she stays longer than a week, you know, say past tomorrow, past the next day, and then, you know, we see something and Melissa's in Vancouver in a week, you're like, okay, maybe she has shot some stuff in the studio for the Flash, and, you know, it's just like a cameo scene, so she can do it in a couple of days or something like that, rather than like sticking around for a whole, you know, couple of weeks extra in the Supergirl suit, because she did announce that, you know, she's officially done with Supergirl. She's hanging up the cape and the crest, and that was like a whole big thing with her post. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But thank you very much, Scott, for the super chat. I really appreciate it, as always. Okay, so let's continue with Superman and Lois. We got a couple of people giving their thoughts in the chat. I know Flashverse said that Lois scene, man, that got to me. Like, and are you talking about the Lois scene where, it's like how she died on Steele's Earth, on John Henry Irons' Earth? Because that scene, we're going to talk about that right now in a minute, but that scene was so good. Like, I was scared, and then the way it concluded, I got chills. But Cal Roswell says Superman and Lois kills it once again. Absolutely, completely agreed. Aaron says Superman and Lois was awesome. What was your favorite scene or part of the episode? Well, I'll tell you that right now. Literally what I just said. My favorite scene of the entire episode was definitely when they recreated that death scene of how Lois is supposed to die. And we know that the kids have seen that. Well, specifically, Jonathan has seen that. And he was watching it on TV, and he was like, that's how Mom dies. That's how she dies in this other reality. I saw the video of her being killed. And so obviously we've seen it as well. So we're like, oh crap, like it's happening. It's all happening right now. Lois is about to die. It's all come full circle. And I love that it came full circle. And that scene was so good. And so he, still is down there. He's got his hammer. He's trying to reach for it. And he's being attacked by the other guy. And somehow he's able to kind of detect where Leslie is. Leslie Lara, of course. And he throws his hammer like a boomerang. And it hits Leslie behind Lois. And Lois is live on TV. And yeah, that was awesome. It boomeranged back and hit the guy in the head. He took down both of them in one. That was so good. And, the way that the kids reacted and everything, and like how everyone admired Lois Lane. I was in that scene. I was like, Lois is so cool. Like, she is awesome. Like, she is risking her life to do all of this. And like, she's on TV. My name is Lois Lane. I'm here reporting from Metropolis, and this is going down with Morgan Edge and everything. And, it was really good. And I got chills when, still realized, and then, well, actually just before that, when we saw that it was just like that scene that we seen before, and then when Still threw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, like that's perfect, that's super poetic that he is the one to stop Lois from dying in that specific way, unlike how he wasn't able to stop Lois on his Earth from dying. So I really love that. I'm sure you guys did. Lots of people in the chat saying that's really cool. Cal agrees with me. Yeah, so that was definitely my favorite scene of the whole episode. I will say that. So yeah, I mean, Superman and Lois is just keeping on going, and like, man, this show won't let up. Next episode is the finale, episode 15. We're not going to get Superman and Lois until January. It's going to be a long wait, but it's going to be worth it because Superman and Lois is so good. And obviously I didn't get time to make a video on it yesterday, but don't worry, fear not. I'm going to have my Superman and Lois review out for the finale 100%, like straight away. No problem about that. Yeah, I just got super busy, and like I said, I haven't even finished Stargirl yet. But I've begun Stargirl. So yeah. Okay, so let's continue with some Superman and Lois stuff, and I do have some Flash topics to bring up, and like I want to address the start of Stargirl and what you guys think about it. But just as a reminder, you can send in super chats if you have any burning questions. Doesn't have to be about Superman and Lois. It could be, if you want to relate it to what I'm talking about. It could be to do with the Flash. It could be to do with Supergirl. It could be to do with Stargirl. Anything that you want me to talk about, I'm happy to talk about. And yeah, so let's go ahead and continue with Superman and Lois. So we have Leslie Lar and Tauro, aka Morgan Edge, in Metropolis, and this is after Edge literally becomes the Eradicator. He gains his full power by absorbing the sun. I think he was there for like weeks or something. I mean, that's kind of how they portrayed it. I'm not sure. but he was soaking in that sun. Like, imagine Superman going up to the sun and soaking in that close. You have to remember, Kryptonians get even more powerful by far the more solar radiation, yellow sun radiation that they absorb. And by going right there, obviously, I think even Superman might burn, but you could see with his face, it was sort of like cracks and stuff. Although it's blue, I'm pretty sure that's because of the sun. So there's some definite side effects to it, but it means that his DNA is being boosted with yellow sun radiation. And yeah, he's extremely powerful, and he is the literal Eradicator. And so he has the ability to give people powers in this episode. And obviously this confuses Superman and everyone else because they're like, where is the Eradicator? They didn't know it was him. Obviously, we got shown he had become one with the Eradicator. But yeah, so that's what goes down in Metropolis, and everyone's waiting for, them to attack Smallville because that's where Superman is. But they wanted to apparently make a statement by going to the city where Superman normally protects or is, as heavily associated with protecting. And so that's where you get all the stuff in Metropolis in this episode. But we've got 2 more super chats that have just been sent in. We got another one from Scott Edwards. Thank you so much, Scott, for the extra super chat. I really appreciate it. Scott says, do you think we'll get a press release about the crossover event next week since they start filming? Also, do you think anyone from Arrow is in it? So if anyone from Arrow is in it, I'm going to say John Diggle is most likely because they did set up him returning even more. Obviously, John is going to return, David Ramsey and Diggle are going to return for a Supergirl episode. They've already filmed that. That's going to be coming sometime, in the fall, in autumn. But I would say he's most likely to come back from Arrow. I guess there's a slim chance that Stephen Amell could come back. I know he's in Vancouver, but I believe he's filming something else. And also he is from Canada. So, I think John's most likely from Arrow. But in regards to a press release, yeah, we're going to get probably a press release at some point. But I don't think they are going to send a press release next week when they start filming. A lot of the time, they kind of ignore leaks and they ignore stuff that is happening. And then they kind of reveal it by on their own terms, I don't know, a month later or something like that. So it could be that they wait for a proper press release until DC Fandom, or if anyone does an interview. I would say DC Fandom, like I theorized in my video 2 days ago about The Flash. I think that they're going to reveal stuff there. So if you want more details, I think you're going to have to wait until October probably for DC Fandom. I doubt that they're going to release a press release because if we're looking at their track record, it's not super likely. So hopefully that answers your question, Scott. But thank you so much for the super chat again. Okay, Team Forward sends in a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Team Forward. Team Forward says, do you think Caramel or Supercorp is endgame? Well, obviously, I'm biased in this situation because I really like Mon-El and I obviously like Kara, and they are great together, and I love them on the TV show, and I'm super stoked that Mon-El's coming back and he's going to be in the series finale of Supergirl. Can't wait. That is awesome. I don't think Supercorp's going to become a thing, and, nothing against people that want that to happen, but they haven't set it up, and it's just they are really good friends. That's been made very evident, but it's clear that Kara has a special connection with Mon-El, and if anything is to happen in the finale, it's going to be with Mon-El. So Caramel is endgame. Thank you so much for the super chat, though, Team Forward. Cal sends in another super chat. Thank you again, Cal. Cal says, do you think we will get a teaser in the finale for next week of Jonathan getting powers? I think Jonathan's going to get powers in season 2. I don't think he's actually going to get powers in the finale. I guess that could be a cliffhanger. That would be a very good cliffhanger, actually. But I think what's more exciting, and I was about to talk about this, is in regards to the finale, with Jordan being taken over by Morgan Edge's Kryptonian father, Zeta Rho, I'm pretty sure you're going to see, like, obviously it's Zeta Rho taking over, Jordan, and it's not actually him, but you're going to get your Superboy versus Superman fight that we've been waiting for. Like, it's going to be cool seeing him actually flying up. I think one of the teasers could be maybe that Jordan's eventually going to get a superhero suit. Like, he hasn't got a suit yet. It would be very cool if he officially became a superhero, because as of right now, he just has powers. He's not a superhero. But could this be the catalyst to lead him to become a superhero? Maybe because his identity is exposed to the world. Like, people will realize that there is this kind of teenager going around who is just like Superman. And that is how he's named Superboy. Could be. So that's kind of my theory. I think Superboy and Superman are going to smack down in the next episode, in the finale. But in regards to Jonathan, I don't know how likely it is. But if that is to happen, I think it's more likely to happen in season 2. So hopefully I answered your question, good Cal. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate all of you guys who are sending them in and supporting the channel. Really appreciated, as always. But yeah, now let's talk about a couple more things in regards to Superman and Lois, and then we can move on to The Flash, and then also got some Stargirl and some Supergirl stuff to talk about. So I'm just looking at my notes, and obviously, like I mentioned, Jordan gets kidnapped by Edge, who uses himself as the Eradicator to bring in the Kryptonian consciousness of Zeta Rho, his father. It was a great scene. The CGI was fantastic. It looked amazing. And Jordan is extremely powerful already. So how powerful is he going to be with Morgan Edge's dad, who has like orchestrated this whole thing? And, it's turned out to be how he wanted it to be. Like Morgan Edge has sacrificed himself to become the Eradicator. I just got this weird pop-up on my screen. It's like a Sky News story or something. Okay, it's gone. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, so it's all part of his plan. And, Jordan's already very powerful. He is a Kryptonian who has had his, his cells have been soaked by yellow sun radiation, whilst being in Kryptonian for all of his life, compared to random humans that are just turned into, fake Kryptonians, or however you would call them. Sorry, there was a fly. I was like flicking it off. Welcome, Arrowverse Scenes, to the live stream. Member of the channel, Arrowverse Scenes. We did our live call the other day. If any of you guys want to ever talk to me and talk to your fellow fans, we have like 20 plus members currently right now. So if you want to become a member and you want to talk to me, well, you can talk and you can come on, and we will be doing another members call very, very soon. We go on camera, we go on, we do it via Zoom as of right now. And so I will quickly help you. If you do want to become a member, you click the join button here, and you can pause that video. It's a very old video of me. And you can choose your sort of membership tier, but you can join any of them, $1.99 per month, and you'll be able to join the monthly members calls with me. And, we can talk about theories, like literally in these calls, we just talk about theories about like the Flash, Supergirl, and we just talk about normal stuff, and it's really good. So if you want to do that, you can click the join button. But that's my kind of little segue right there. And because Arrowverse Scenes joined, and it reminded me, I need to remind you guys. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up for Superman and Lois. There was a link to the Flash with Tegan, Jonathan's potential new girlfriend, who is from Central City. That is the first mention of anything to do with the Flash. And her dad went to prison. I presume that's Iron Heights. And who was he? I don't know, but it's a cool link to the Flash. I was very happy to hear it. And I think season 2 is going to be a bit more connected to the Arrowverse, so we'll wait and see if that actually comes to fruition. But yeah, that does it for Superman and Lois right now. So if you have any other topics or questions you want to bring up, now is the time to send them in. You can send them in via the chat or super chat. This is your reminder. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Stargirl before we go into the Flash. I see some Flash questions and I'm going to get around to them, like when does Flash return? That is something I'm going to get into very soon. However, let's talk about Stargirl. So what did you guys think of Stargirl this week? It was episode 1. I'm very hyped to finish the episode because what I've seen in the first 15 minutes is amazing. I love Stargirl. Season 1 was so good, and it definitely was like the precedent for how good Superman Lois could be and how good it is now. It's just such a high quality show. Like, it's shot really nicely, and you know, that opening scene was just so good. Like, it was scary and it was creepy, and like, what was that kid doing? And like, she saw that doll, and then the kid like turned into like some creepy thing, and it was like, what? But it was, you know, to do with Eclipso. I haven't seen the whole episode, like I said, so I don't know if that is like sort of answered later, like who is this specific person. Obviously, they showed the sign of her house. I forgot the name, but it is definitely linked to someone in the show. Maybe it's linked to the new kind of Eclipso that was teased at the end of season 1. But yeah, we have some thoughts in the chat. Cal says it was really good. It's not the best show ever, but it was nice, Bonera says. Well, yeah, for me, I love season 1. I thought it was excellent. Like, it totally blew me away. And I like that sort of combination. It's like a little bit kind of, lighthearted with its school stuff, with the kids, I mean. I don't know what's making this noise. It's weird. Now everything's making noise. There's just stuff going on outside there. But yeah, so with all the kids stuff, it's quite lighthearted. Sorry for the segue. Like, I got easily distracted there. Like, a siren went off and everything. But it's lighthearted, but then it gets very dark. Like, that opening scene was really dark, and I really, really, really liked it. And then you get the teaser of Green Lantern at the start, and you get Stargirl back, you get the JSA back, and it's nice to see everyone again. Pat is back. Pat is one of my favorite characters, probably in the Arrowverse. He's really cool. And so yeah, I really liked what I saw in Stargirl for the first 15 minutes or so. I haven't gone much further than that as of right now. I'm going to finish it probably tomorrow morning, so looking forward to that. But it was a great start to the episode, and I presume the whole episode is just as good. So, good start to the season so far. I'm sure you guys are very excited about Stargirl, and I'll definitely make a video on Stargirl next week. I was just super busy this week, but I'm going to get around to it, and maybe I will come up with a bonus video to this week, because I know there's been lots of talk about like the Flash, like Jay Garrick showing up in Stargirl, and maybe I can just like link that to my review and we can do that as a video. I think I might do something like that. But talking of the Flash, let's move on to the Flash, because I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering what the title is in regards to The Flash Returns. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Flash is officially returning to Vancouver to shoot. The cast members are back. I know Danielle Panabaker has come back, and she's in Vancouver. However, I presume Grant had stayed there the whole time because his wife was giving birth, and I think he was shooting something there as well. I think it was like a film for Netflix. And then I presume like Candace is probably flying back, and basically I think in Canada you still have to quarantine if you arrive. I don't know if it's still 14 days, or if it's like 10 days now, or some places it's a bit less. But we'll have to wait and see. But the big news is in regards to the Flash returning. It's returning to film on Monday. That's crazy. Like, they finished like a month or so ago, and then they're already back. That's insane. And it's just extra weird because normally, like, the Flash would finish and then, like, the Flash would come back to film, but it would be a longer break between it. And obviously, the Flash only just finished like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and it's already back filming for the next season. That's kind of crazy. Obviously, the Flash isn't going to come back until November rather than October. However, it did last much longer this year, so it's going to be less of a gap. And the reason it's coming back in November is because we got Stargirl and we've got Supergirl running all the way till mid-November. So we're going to have DCTV shows anyway, so it's not a big deal. Like, of course, I'm looking forward to the Flash Season 8. I can't wait. But at the same time, we've got Supergirl's final season. I can't wait to see what's happening. You got Stargirl Season 2. It's already really good. So, there is a whole lot going on in regards to, superhero stuff on the Arrowverse. But yeah, so that's kind of the big news, that the Flash is coming back. We should be expecting some stuff behind the scenes. I presume they're going to be doing some inside shooting in their studio, but then of course they're going to be, going out and filming and, being in location like they normally do. And, the first 5 episodes is very interesting because it's going to be the crossover episodes. So we don't know how this actually links into, the first graphic novel of the season, like the Flash's Season 8 story as a whole. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by something. What the hell? I saw a tweet about the Eternals not being delayed. Ignore me. I'm gonna go back to the chat. But yeah, so the Flash. I'm trying to get my train of thought back. Like, come on, be more professional. Yeah, so Season 8 crossover. That's all gonna happen, and I don't know how it's all gonna link up. And is it going to be like? Is it going to like properly link to everything, or is it going to sort of be disconnected and like it's just a 5-part crossover event? And I think the big question is actually, like, in regards to the Flash's like Season 8 crossover, is are those episodes actually linked together, or are they 5 episodes with different characters from other shows in? And obviously, like I said earlier, we'll get confirmation at like probably DC fandom rather than a press release of, who's going to show up in this Flash crossover. Like, Stargirl is showing up for the first time. That would be awesome. Stargirl is getting a crossover of their own this season because you're going to have Jay Garrick showing up. So that is a Flash crossover on its own. So that is awesome. But you have the potential of like Stargirl and Black Lightning maybe showing up, or Batwoman for sure is probably going to show up, and Superman. Oh man, I can't wait! Like, imagine the Flash and Superman get a crossover again. That would be awesome. That is my number one that I want to see, especially if Supergirl's not there. So there is a lot that is potentially going down in the upcoming crossovers. But we won't get official confirmation, but we might get some leaks from behind the scenes, considering that The Flash, like I said, is returning on Monday, and they're filming episode 1, and episode 1 is going to be part of that crossover. So I've got lots of thoughts about it, and I'm sure I'm going to be like commenting on it in upcoming videos. So yeah, that pretty much does it for The Flash. Like, there hasn't been that much news in regards to it. Obviously, the Flash film is filming, and I don't know if Grant did anything for that during the break. I guess there's a chance that he filmed some cameo scenes. But yeah, most of the news is normally on the film side at the moment because, they're busy filming that. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my segment on The Flash. If you guys have any other thoughts in regards to The Flash, let me know. What do you think about all of it? And yeah, you can comment it or put it in the super chat. I'm sorry I keep losing my trail of thought. I don't know. I guess it's like I'm out of experience, not doing it 1 week, and it's like forgetting about all of this. But let's quickly talk in regards to Supergirl. So Supergirl, obviously, pardon me, they just wrapped, like I said earlier, they just finished finally, for the final season. And I'm trying to get up what I was sent because we do have a couple of interesting bits of information. There has been some synopsises that have been sent out. I'm going to be, covering them in videos over the next week or so. I haven't got around to specifically going over them in a video just yet. I've been super busy, like I said, but we do have. Oh, I got hiccups. We do have photos for episode 8, the Welcome Back episode. And I will try and pop up a couple on the screen in a minute. I'm just pulling them up right here. But the description is as follows for episode 8. Okay, this is how it goes. Super Friends reunited as Supergirl and Zor-El made their return to National City, which is wrong grammatically or, literally. They are determined to keep the Phantom Zone behind them and enjoy being superheroes together. That's also another thing that I need to bring up. But unfortunately, their overzealous efforts backfire, creating a whole new threat to National City. And so, obviously, this threat is in regards to, the Phantoms and I guess the Phantom Zone as a whole. That is definitely going to come into fruition this season. And it's definitely all going to be linked into it. But what I was saying in regards to as Supergirl and Zor-El make their return to National City, that is an error in the synopsis because Zor-El has never been to National City unless they are not telling us something. So I think that's just an error in the synopsis. But there's also an error, or not an error, but like they refer to Zor-El as a superhero. I didn't know he was a superhero. Like, he would just be getting his powers for the first time, so it would be kind of weird if he jumped straight into being a superhero. Yeah, he's got the cool Kryptonian getup that he's going to have, and I'll pop that up on the screen in a minute. But is he a superhero? I don't know if that is necessarily correct, but they are going to be, bringing a new threat with them, and I think that new threat is probably Nixley. And what happens in this episode? I am yawning, but you can ignore that. And it is true that he does have a superhero suit because I'm going to pop this up on the screen right here so I can share it and, actually make sense about what I'm talking about. Where is the tab? Okay, here we go. So if you guys can see this, this is obviously his Kryptonian getup, and this is, there's balloons, Kara's back, it's her welcome back party, and Zor-El is also here, and he is wearing his blue Kryptonian getup here. But then, if you go over to this photo, we can see, actually, let me get a better quality one. We can see here that he's got a full-on superhero suit. Like, it's cool. But how the hell did they make that superhero suit so quick? Like, also, he doesn't have a cape, which is kind of weird if he is going to be a superhero. But this is a total superhero getup, and it's pretty cool. And I didn't actually notice that. I actually thought at first this was just like a normal Kryptonian kind of piece of clothing that he had, but it's literally a superhero suit when you look at it. Also, I just noticed that John has the Martian sign here. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so, they released some photos, and it's good to see Zor-El, fully suited up, and he's doing some normal stuff. He's going to be at Catco with Kara and also with Nia. It's going to be super awkward. Definitely reminds me of 1L showing up for the first time, in Catco. But also, episode 8 is going to be a big deal because Supergirl is finally back, and she is reunited with her friends. Look, the Supergirl emblem is going to be around these other characters now. That is cool. Cal agrees with me. Cal says the suit looks cool. 100% Cal. I think it looks really cool. And yeah, so I'm going to be covering the photos, and I'm going to be covering the synopsis over the next couple of days, so be on the lookout for that. But also, I was given some new episode titles here. So you can see episode 8, we know it's Welcome Back, Kara. Dreamweaver is episode 9, we knew that. We knew episode 10 was Still I Rise. Episode 11 is Mixing in the Middle, we knew that. Episode 12 is Blind Spots, I think we knew that. But episode 16 is Nightmare in National City. I love that. I think that's a really cool title. It's sort of like a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street. Episode 17 is titled Truth or Consequences. Apologies, pardon me. That is going to be, about truth, about, like, is there consequences to Superhero's actions and, like, Supergirl's actions with the power that she holds, I presume. And episode 18 is titled Believe in a Thing Called Love. And that is a reference to a song. I forgot what the song is called. Do any of you guys remember what song that is? You Believe in a Thing Called Love. No, I definitely know it. I feel like it's a song they played before on the show. I don't know why I feel like it is, but obviously there's 20 episodes in the season, so we don't have the episode titles for every single episode as of right now. But yeah, so that is what I kind of want to talk about in regards to Supergirl. Also, I've got some Supergirl news coming out in regards to the finale and the penultimate episode. Have some details on what is potentially going on, so be on the lookout for that. That is probably going to be my next video, and then I'll get onto some of this other Supergirl stuff because I think that is more of a priority. Like, it's more breaking kind of news because I don't know if it's been reported, which is very cool. And you guys can follow me on Twitter if you want to see that. I will probably post it at like the same time as I post my video. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And I think that pretty much does it for Supergirl as a whole. I mean, what else do you guys think? Start sending in some, ideas or topics or questions you want me to quickly answer before we head towards the end of the stream, because we are about to hit the 50-minute mark. So if you have any final ideas or like things you want me to specifically talk about in regards to Supergirl, Stargirl, Superman, Lois, The Flash, now it's time to comment it or send it in via Super Chats. This is your kind of last final warning before we head towards like the back half of the stream. Obviously, we're in the back half, but okay. I'm just quickly looking if there's anything else that we don't know that has been reported on from Supergirl, because I just want to be sure that we touched on everything. I mean, yeah, pretty much seems like that is it. So let's go ahead and read some of your guys' chat questions. Let's put it up here. Go to the side. Okay. We have your DC Guide, who is asking, when does Kelly become Guardian? I'm not sure what specific episode, but she has the suit, I believe, in Diggle's episode. So if anyone knows what Diggle's episode is, where he shows up, that is the episode where she has it. She might get it like at the end of the episode before, as like a mini cliffhanger or something. Yeah, so that totally could happen, like the episode before that, but I don't know the specific number. Sorry about that. Who do you think gets married in the Supergirl finale, Kara or her sister? So I don't know in regards to marriage, but there was a funeral scene, and we've obviously theorized about the funeral scene. I think we talked about that with Eric in my last stream 2 weeks ago, because there was like photos going around from that. But in regards to a wedding is probably more likely for Alex rather than Supergirl, because Alex has a partner. Supergirl doesn't have a partner right now. And obviously Mon-El is back, but we don't know what exactly is going down. Like, is there going to be a thing or not? We don't know. But we've got Path who says, do you think we will get a Supergirl and Superman and Lois crossover if not discussed already? So, we've been, there's barely been any references to Supergirl on Superman and Lois. I don't think there's been one. I don't think Kara has been mentioned. I don't think National City has been mentioned. That's why I got excited that the Flash was mentioned. Central City, it wasn't even the Flash. So in regards to Supergirl and Superman and Lois crossing over, I know that they wanted to do one, like, Bitsy Tulloch, who plays Lois, has said that she wanted to cross over with Supergirl, and if it works out, she would be glad for it to happen. There you go. But as of right now, it's very unlikely. Okay, we've got Gary. Gary has finally arrived. Gary arriving fashionably late with 9 minutes to go on the stream. I appreciate you coming in, Gary. If you have any questions, now is the time to send them in. But thank you so much for the super chat, Gary. Do you think Barry will die at the end of the series? Or at the end of the season, do you mean? So if it's in regards to the end of the series, there is a chance that they do what they do in the comics, where Barry becomes the lightning bolt that gave himself powers. So he would technically be dead. I guess that's a possibility if it's the end of the series. If it's the end of the season, I would say not likely. But yeah, good question, Gary, and thanks for showing up to the live stream. Appreciated, as always. And remember, guys, we do stream every Thursday around 9 p.m. to like sort of 9:30-ish. I started a bit later today. Just took a bit longer to set up. I was setting up my microphone and stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for the super chat, Gary. And obviously last week was an exception where I wasn't streaming. So yeah, we do stream every week. Okay, now Gary sends in another super chat, and Gary says, "Are you mad at me?" And the answer to that, Gary, is, I'm not mad at you. However, tune in next week, next Thursday, Gary. 9:30 UK time, 4:30 New York time, Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be live again. Hopefully, maybe Eric will come on and we'll talk about, Stargirl episode 2 and the Superman and Lois finale. You're not going to want to miss that, Gary. That is going to be an awesome stream. So I'm not going to be mad at you if you show up for that. So stick around for that, Gary. But thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so we are heading towards the end of the live stream. We have 7 minutes left. So we're going to be answering a couple of the last questions. Also, Gary sends in another super chat. He says, do you think The Flash will premiere on the 16th of November? And yeah, I believe that's the release date that's coming out. It's coming out mid-November. I know that for a fact. So I presume the 16th is the correct date. And yeah, I think 100%, like, there's no reason. The only reason why The Flash is in November is because it's making space for Supergirl and Stargirl to finish their seasons in the same time slots. And then The Flash is going to start straight away after they end. So yeah, no way they miss it. But thank you so much for the super chat, Gary. Much appreciated. Supergirl will return on CW on August 24th. That is correct, Eric. That is correct. Supergirl is returning on the 24th. That is in exactly 12 days from now. Well, it's going to be 11 very, very soon because we are heading towards the end of the night. So looking forward to Supergirl finally returning. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Quick off-topic question: will we ever see John Diggle, David Ramsey as John Diggle, Green Lantern? There is still a chance, and they are definitely setting it up. it was set up in the Flash episode especially. So I think there is a high chance, but God knows when it's going to actually happen. We'll have to wait and see. Cal Roswell sends in a $2.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Cal. Cal says Kara's father could be the one that dies in the finale. That is very possible. Totally could be what happens. I think that's a good theory. I didn't actually think of that. I kind of forgot that he was around. He hasn't actually been on the set much, so I think that's a pretty good theory. Like, maybe he was doing most of his stuff inside, or I was missing him, but maybe he actually goes to, there is a chance that he goes to Argo because Kara's mom does exist and she's alive, so it would make sense if he does go to Argo. So maybe he goes before the end of the season. Okay, Gary sends another super chat, and thank you very much, Cal, once again. Gary says, will you be doing Batwoman videos this fall? And he says, please, as well. Well, if you guys are interested, like it is with every other show, if you watch the videos, of course I'm going to make the videos. In regards to Stargirl and Superman Lois not making a video yesterday, I was just simply too busy. I didn't have time to make any video. As you guys know, I write articles for Screen Rant as well, and that takes up a lot of my day at the moment. But I should have more time in the coming weeks. But yeah, like if you guys want Superman Lois videos, Stargirl videos, Batman videos, of course I'm going to make them. And I have been making Superman Lois videos pretty much all season. I missed like two episodes, maybe 3 episodes max. But I love the show and it's so good, and I do really like covering it. And so in regards to Batwoman, I am behind on Batwoman, but if people want me to catch up, of course I'll catch up. No problem. I'll do that. So thanks for the super chat and thanks for the suggestion, Gary. Okay, we have last 3 minutes or so just to say, well, keep on watching the videos, keep on watching the live streams. Always leave a like. That really does help out on the channel. Every Thursday we do the live streams. Obviously, a lot of you guys are regulars who come back week to week and talk about, all the latest stuff in DCTV. Obviously, it wasn't that much like Flash stuff this week. Obviously, we have the news that the Flash is returning on Monday. We're going to get more and more information about the Flash, so we can start talking about the Flash again, which is super exciting. And also we have Supergirl returning in 12 days. Can't wait for that. Obviously we're going to cover the hell out of Supergirl because it's its final season, and I love Supergirl and I love covering the show for you guys, and a lot of you are very interested. Superman Lois' finale, we're going to do a review straight away after the episode because it's going to be mind-blowing. Like, I am hyped to see Superboy versus Superman. That is going to be insane. Yeah, so there is a whole lot going on, and you're not going to want to miss out on any videos. Like I said, I got a big Supergirl video with some potential exclusive news coming out in regards to Supergirl series finale, the final episode ever, and some details about that. So that will be my next video, so be on the lookout for that. Also, I am planning to make like I said earlier, a Stargirl video where I talk about episode 1 because I wasn't able to do my review yesterday. So I talk about episode 1, and then I'll also talk about the Jay Garrick stuff because there's been some interviews done with John Wesley Shipp recently, and I want to cover that as well. But before we end off the live stream, we got 2 final super chats. We got one from Gary who says, "Bye bed." Oh, got a huge hiccup as I was talking. This happens sometimes when you're tired. But he says, "Bye, Ben, I love you." Well, love you too, Gary. And thanks for showing up to the live stream and sending in all the super chats. I really appreciate your support as always. And tune in next Thursday as well. We have one final super chat from Lewis Cox, who sends in a £5 super chat. Lewis is from Great Britain. I don't know if you're from England or not, but thank you for tuning in. Obviously, I'm from there as well, so welcome. Appreciated. He says, "Hello there. Will season 8 be the last of the Flash? I don't know. It's a feeling I have, but I don't know." well, it's been confirmed by the showrunner Eric Lewis that the Flash is going to continue, or that he thinks it's going to go on for like season 9, 10, and possibly even beyond that. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's obviously all down to Grant Gustin. Like, if Grant wants to, leave the show, then the show's going to end. But Grant hasn't shown any interest of leaving. So I would say definitely season 9 is confirmed, and season 10 is probably a real big chance. So yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, Lewis, and yeah, well, hello from London from me. And Skinsville is also from London. Well, I'm from London as well, and I live in London as well. So maybe one day we'll all run across and meet at a Comic-Con or something. But for now, that is about it for this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, it's really cool to be back live streaming. And next week we are going to, stream again. So be on the lookout for that. I do plan to bring out a new video tomorrow in regards to Supergirl, like I said, so be on the lookout for that, and also all my other coverage this week. Oh, we have another person from London. Puff is from Greater London as well. Well, I am from Greater London as well. Like, I don't live in Greater London. I live in London at home, but shout out to you. Okay, so Barra's like, wow, very fancy London. Wow. Awesome. And thank you for the compliment, Cal. But yeah, okay, let's end off the stream. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another video. For now, peace out. Bye-bye.